Hey there guys, CrossFlux here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. In the last episode, we ended up inspiring everyone to try their hardest to get through the Magma Cavern, seeing as how Blastoise's team came back with a failure. So in today's episode, we're going to prepare ourselves and tackle the dungeon once and for all. So, first thing I'm going to do is talk to some of the townsfolk and see what they have to say about things. What's it like, this Magma Cavern? It was teeming with tough Pokemon, that's for sure. I'm strong against fire, but that place is special. Oi, you lot shouldn't go. The Magma Cavern is alive with flames. You'll be burned up. We can't do that. We're a rescue team too. We just can't stand by idly. I love how Shiftry's character grows a lot throughout this journey. The Magma Cavern. Above all, there were many fire-type Pokemon.
Fire-type Pokemon? I think they'd burn me up in no time. But no, I mustn't make excuses for myself. Now is the time for each and every one of us to make a stand.
So yeah, despite everyone talking about how many fire types there are in the Magma Cavern, it's kind of a lie. There's mostly rock and ground type Pokemon, not really fire. So your grass types shouldn't really worry that much. Skipper, you guys take care too. Wow, Snubble's even starting to come around in terms of being nice to us.
Your words in the square struck me to my heart. I shouldn't be panicking. I have the ability to sense quakes. I must remain calm. It appears I've learned something from you youngsters too.
Skipper, please take care. We'll be okay. We'll try not to be scared of the quakes.
I'll do my best to harden myself.
Yep, you kids just be safe. We'll take care of everything. So, one more person that I really want to talk to.
Well, my son, does Groudon frighten you too?
Yes, Papa. It frightens me so much, I don't know what to think. Papa, are you going to the Magma Cavern too?
I don't know.
Of course. What do you take us for?
There.
We were in charge. This is what we do to the Magma Cavern.
Huh? Papa? Where'd you go? He's gone. Well, I ran away like a scaredy little baby. That's alright. Dugtray is still awesome in my book, even if he's not the bravest. But I'm going to go ahead and prepare my inventory, gather the right team, and I'll discuss all my preparations once they're complete. Alright guys, I'm back with preparations. So, for my team member, I decided to bring Grim along, because Tesla would not make for a good team member, because I mentioned before that there's primarily ground-type Pokemon in the Magma Cavern, and a few fire types are still prevalent, like the game says, so steel typing is not a good thing to have when going through this area. So, I figured Absol would make the better partner in that regard. Also, taking a quick look at my items here, I brought an apple and a big apple because this dungeon is going to be longer than anything else we've been through before, as well as a large assortment of orange berries and reviver seeds. You're also going to want to bring at least a Pecha Berry or a Pecha Scar, something like that, because poison can also be an issue, at least during the early floors of the dungeon. So with all that out the way, I'm just going to head on. Oh yep, sorry, supposed to talk to Lizzie first. Alright, we're all set. We'll set out tomorrow. Also, another thing I'll note is, well, I'll note it after this. I'm in that dream again. Gardevoir. It's tomorrow, isn't it? That you take to that underground dungeon. Yeah, they make it sound like one terrible place. I wonder if we'll be okay. You will be fine. I'm certain that you will succeed, Skipper. You have my support. Please, go with strength. I will. Thank you. I'm feeling a little braver now, so I'll go for it. By the way, Gardevoir, do you know what it's like underground? Or even what Groudon is like? No, I'm sorry to say, I can't envision it. Okay. I thought maybe you knew something the way you said it. No, I only wanted to give you encouragement. I'm sorry. No, that's fine too. I'm happy you tried to cheer me up. Thank you. But there is one thing I can foresee. Your role. It's coming to its end, little by little. My role is ending. You became a Pokemon in order to fulfill a certain role, and that role brought you here. Now that role is finally drawing to its conclusion. Gardevoir, tell me, what is my role? Why did I become a Pokemon? When the time comes, I think I can tell you when this adventure is finished. Au revoir. Of course, Gardevoir had to be really cryptic. Alright, well, today's the day. Good morning, Skipper. Did you sleep well? Okay, this is it. Let's do our best and save Alakazam's team. Gardevoir said she'd tell me everything when this adventure is over. Is going underground the adventure she meant? Will she tell me if we rescue Alakazam's team? Hello? Are you asleep still? Let's get going. Sorry, Lizzie. Just off of my own thoughts here. Well, it is interesting to note that you don't have to go to the Magma Cavern. You can still do other rescue missions, do Makahita Dojo stuff like that if you need to train up your level. I recommend being at least in your mid-20s before tackling the cavern, because this place really is threatening. This must be it. Groudon's in this underground cavern. Ew. Look at that streams of lava. It's gonna be scorching hot in the dungeon, I think. No, really, you think? There should be other rescue teams making their way through even now. Let's try our best, just like always. Alright, Magma Cavern. A whopping 23 floors. And not just any floors, they're large floors filled to the brim with lots of tough Pokemon. Like, for example, this Nidoqueen here. I'm going to try and keep my explanation of this dungeon to a minimum, because even with the speed up, since this dungeon is so long, I don't want to take up the entire video. Well, I do want to take up the entire video, but I don't want to go too far over my own personal time limit or anything like that. So I'm just going to hit some of the high notes about this dungeon here. Basically, as I mentioned before, it's a really long dungeon, but the only major threats of Pokemon here I recommend to watch out for are the Nido line. You can find both Nidoking and Nidoqueen fairly early on. I think they stop appearing after the 6th floor or something like that. The biggest problem they pose to you is poison. So that's why I recommended bringing either a Pecha Scarf or a few berries along with you. But once you get past them on the later floors, you don't have to worry about poison as much. Let's see. Right on towards some of the middle to late floors can also be an issue, because he has lots of health and can hit really hard with Stomp and Fury attack. And finally, on the very final floors of the dungeon, you can find Onyx, which has lots of HP and can use the long-ranged move Dragon Breath. So that has a chance at paralyzing, and again, being a long-range move can be a bit annoying in that regard. Other than that, the layout of Magma Cavern is pretty standard, just mostly large areas connected by a few twisty hallways. Monster houses are pretty common through this area though, so that's probably where a lot of your HP loss is going to come from, just having a lot of Pokemon ganging up on you at once. And surprisingly, there's not too many goodies to pick up in this dungeon. Silver Spikes are really common. They're a more powerful version of the Iron Thorn thrown item, so they're pretty handy to have around in case you don't have a long-range attack at your disposal just yet. Let's see, what else? Rare TMs are pretty common too, so if you have a bit of energy left in your tank, I recommend hanging around on a floor or two to try and see if you can pick one up. Let's see, I'm gonna throw this gummy here. I didn't want to eat that, I wanted to throw that at Lizzie. Oh well. At least I got some IQ out of it. Anyways, guys, I think that's really all I need to talk about for the dungeon. As I mentioned, there's not too much to talk about. It's really just a lot of what you'd expect you'd find at a dungeon this late in the game. So, without further ado, guys, time for the speed up. Alright guys, I'm cutting back in here. I'm on the final floor of the Magma Cavern, and the only things you can find on this floor are Onyx, and if you just notice the text box, you can get a lot of experience by killing Onyx. So since this is the final floor, I'm just gonna wait out a few turns since I have a little extra gas in the tank and see if I can't get any extra free experience off of killing a few extra Onyx. But guys, I think I'm also gonna go ahead and end the video here. So, I appreciate you guys watching so much. Hope you all have a blessed day, and I'll see you at the start of the next episode as we progress through the end of the cavern itself. See you guys then.